Swayam Prabha. Digital India. Educated India.
Today we will be discussing about introduction to product design. So first of all, we have to know what exactly is product and what are different kinds of products. So there are various kinds of products which are available. A product is an item that is for sale. A product is a service also or an item, and it could be physical and virtual also. Each product is having a cost, and basically cost is to which is used to manufacture the product, and there is a price which is basically the price at which the product is being sold. What are the different kinds of products? There are different kinds of products which are available, and products can be tangible products and it can be intangible products also. What are tangible products? Tangible products are those products which you can feel and touch, and intangible products which you cannot. So some of the examples of tangible products can be laptop, mobile phone, then chargers, computers, then anything, even transformers, then bag. There are so many products which are there which are tangible products. The second kind of product are intangible products. Intangible products which we cannot directly touch and feel, but they are important. So some of the examples are services like mobile service, internet service. So these are the service, and these are basically intangible products. Software is very important and it is used widely. So these are also the different kind of software. These are all are coming under intangible products. And there are the tangible products again can be divided into two types. One is industrial products. So industrial products is basically the product which is being sold from one industry to another industry. And the consumer products. Consumer products means those consumer products which are purchased by the user. So take for example this shirt. So one company would have taken the cotton and actually made the fibers, and that fiber is being sold to another company which is making the shirt or this cloth. So from one company it is being sold to another company. So that is called industrial product. However, when actually from the cloth we make the shirt, the shirt is purchased by the user. That is, we are purchasing. So that is consumer products. So when we are talking about product, we are talking about product, processes, services. What do you mean processes? Processes means, take for example the process which is used to convert one chemical to another chemical. That is also process. Process of maybe making from iron we can make the steel. So that is a process. So service, process, products, all are coming under product. But in general, when you're talking about product design, we are talking about in general, we are basically talking about tangible products and mainly for the consumer products. But that doesn't mean that product design is that only. There are numerous products which are available, both in terms of products, processes and services. So in chemical industry, take for example, processes are very important. So there are so many processes which are required for in chemical industry. So all these are coming under processes. So products, processes and services are the three important things which are coming when you're talking about products. Now again, the consumer products. The consumer products can be segregated into multiple ways. One is fast moving consumer goods, that is also called FMCGs. So they'll take, for example, Reliance is making a lot of products. So these are, what are the examples of this? Examples are which are generally low value and high volume, which means that some of the examples are magazines, toothpaste, cookies, soaps, shampoos, etc. These are all high volume, but price is very low as compared to other products. These are called fast moving consumer goods. Then there are consumer durables. Consumer durables are consumer durables that are having goods which is having low volume but per unit value is high. And again, consumer durables can be divided into white goods. White goods means freezer, refrigerators, dishwashers, then cookers, microwaves. These are all white goods. These are bigger products. Brown goods like game console, DVD players, personal computers. Then soft goods. Soft goods are clothes, shoes, and there are other services like hairdressing, child care, medical care. These are all products which are coming under other services. Now we have learned about products, different kinds of products, and now we are going to know about product design. So in general, product design is it describes a process when we imagine, create and iterate a product that solves user problem and addresses specific need of the user in the market. So the key to successful product design is understanding what exactly the customer needs and the person with whom the product is being created, for whom the product is being created. So who is the user of the product and what exactly they need. So that is going to help us in creating a better product. So product design is concerned with the efficient and effective generation and development of ideas through the process that leads to new products. This is the definition given by Morris in 2009 in the book of Fundamental of Product Design. Product design is also considered a goal-directed problem-solving activities. Goal-directed means the focus is on a particular problem solving. And then the product designers, conceptual, who are the product designers? Basically the product design is designed by designers. So all the product we see, somebody designed it. So they are called product designers. The product designers, what they do, they conceptualize, evaluate, make them tangible through products in a more systematic approach. And their role is to combine art, science, technology, and create tangible three-dimensional goods. So this is a very difficult job, and that's the reason product designers get a lot of money also, and their need also is there in the society, especially a lot of companies, bigger companies, they have R&D sections where these products are being designed by these product designers. So when we talk about product design, the three things comes in mind. Okay, little difference between industrial design, product design, then engineering design, all are very similar, that is true. And there are also similarity among them. Some of them are quite similar to each other. But when you talk about product design, generally for any product, we have three important things. What is the functionality? Each and every product which you see in the market, it has some particular function or multiple functions together. Like take for example mobile phone. Mobile phone is having function of what? It is having communication device, it is a recording device, camera device, and many things, right? So when we talk about functionality of product is important. Second is ergonomics. Ergonomics is when the product is coming in the contact with the people, like somebody is using in hand. So how is it going to be hold? So when you're taking the mobile phone, how are you going to hold it? What is the size of the mobile phone? What is the weight of the mobile phone? All these are coming under ergonomics. The aesthetics, how it looks, because if the product doesn't look good, people may not buy it. Or if the same functionality and same ergonomics is there in multiple products, people will prefer only that product which is aesthetically good. And that's the reason you see that several products are not being sold in the market that easily, but some other products are very very sold, very many, it is sold quite and is becoming quite popular. So in general, engineering design is more concerned with the functionality, and industrial design is more concerned with the aesthetics and ergonomics portion of it. And product design we're talking about, it is basically all three. Functionality is also important, ergonomics is also important, and aesthetics is also very important. So we have all three together, and that's the reason it is important to have, when you're designing product, we give importance to all three. So in the next slide, that is on what is product design, we are seeing that we can express product design as a process of changing. The need is to, from ill-defined and ill-structured activity to planned and well-defined and well-structured activity. So what it mean by that is that in ill-defined. So any product is, especially new product development in PD, the issue is that often the customers will know what they want, but they will not exactly know what exactly they need. So it's often the requirements are ill-defined. And when we have a well-defined thing, we have, well-defined means it is shape, it is a material and processes. So let us go with some examples also. But apart from that, in a small example could be that take for example that somebody is interested in purchasing a maybe laptop external speakers. So if you ask any customer why you need a speaker, so he may say, okay, my laptop speaker is my laptop inbuilt speaker is not that powerful. It means that it doesn't make that much clear sound, and it is not that loud also. So I need a speaker. So they will not be able to say that what will be the size of the speaker, how much intensity. Like it is basically a feeling. So okay, it is more than that what I need. However, with this we cannot do designing of a product. So we have to actually go to the customer and ask them what exactly they need and how much intensity is required. So this intensity is we need to have some measurement of it also, and there should be what kind of control they need. Do they need only volume control, or do they need bass and treble control also? So somebody will tell, yes, I need bass and treble control, because more facilities people will need. However, if I wanted to design a product of the same kind, we actually need to see that if we use volume control, yes, that is required, but if you use bass and treble control, it is maybe good to add, but then the price of this will be more, because we need to add some more features, some more electronics in it. Size, weight, all these things has to be also determined. How much power is required is, if the speaker requires a lot of power, more than what an USB can supply, then we need an external power which is need to be connected with the main power. However, if we don't need that, we can actually use the USB drive, USB port which is there in the laptop. Size also you have to see, weight also you have to see. So in the design specification that we will learn later, that product design specification, we are going to understand from the vague understanding of the user, we will make some concrete understanding of the requirements and make some specific engineering or technical specification. And then the process is going to go on, that we are going to design product based on this requirement and try to satisfy the user. And of course, the evaluation part is important, whether did really satisfy the user or not. All users are not same. There are users who need more loud sound. There may be users who need very crisp and sound. They need more control over the bass and treble. There may be user who doesn't want expensive speaker. So there may be user who have a lot of money, so they don't mind, but they want something which is very good in terms of quality, long lasting. So there are various things we need to understand. Next thing is about product design is an iterative, goal directed and decision making process. Iterative means any product design, any design which you make, it cannot be done, the best design doesn't come in one shot. It has to be done multiple times. The more times which you do, the quality is going to go better and better. And that's the reason many times you will see the various versions are coming. However, we should understand that there is a limit in which how many times we can do. It is also resource intensive. Designers need to do the same design again. So it is very resource intensive. We cannot go on doing many times. And there is kind of designers we need. So there is professional designers, experienced designers, and the novices also. So there is a balance required between the designers who will be there in the group, who will be doing the design. Goal directed, as I already told, the goal is to take, for example, in the speaker case, the goal is to make a very good speaker for a laptop for a particular set of user. And decision making process. So there are so many decisions: size, okay, shape, then the quality, price, then manufacturing process. There's so many decisions need to be done, and all the things are done during the design itself. So in product design, we generally design product, processes and services. That has already been discussed. In product, when you're talking about product, in general we mean physical, tangible product, but that's not the case. In product design is also encompassing, it is both processes. Processes means, take for example the process of converting sugarcane into this crystal sugar. That is a process, chemical process. There are also services. Services means the mobile service which we are using. Nowadays many software services also there which we can use, and the electricity. So there are so many things are there which are coming under services. So we're talking about product design, we're talking about products, processes and services. So let us go to the next slide. So now question is, we are talking about product design. Why product design is so important? Product design is important because that is 85% of the product cost are often committed before it is produced. This lot of researchers has done this research, and they have found out that it is also an area where it has been relatively low cost analysis research, which means that this design when you have, so if you see in this chart that during the initial stage of the product, the actual cost which is committed is very less. But we are planning for what? We are planning for not only designing but manufacturing the product, packaging of the product, supply chain of the product, materials we are deciding. We are also deciding packaging and transportation. So many things we are designing, even supply chain and even other things which are related to the manufacturing. Everything we are deciding in the product design, that's conceptual stage only. So each of these decision is going to have an impact, a direct impact on the cost of the product, and that is going to be after the product design. So we are committing a lot of cost. So during the product design, we have to be very careful that not only the cost, but the manufacturing process has to be appropriate. The usage, how the product usage will be there, that also need to be decided. Power requirements, there's so many things. So we are committing a lot of cost during the product design stage itself. However, the actual cost, that is the accurate cost, which is much less. So if you want to change anything, take for example, we are not happy with the shape of the product. During manufacturing, we cannot do. It's very difficult and expensive. So during product design itself, we are changing the product design of it, so that during manufacturing, whatever changes are there, that can be done but the amount of extra cost is committed is a little less. So whatever you see, that whatever change is required in the product is better to do it at the early stage, and so that the overall goal is to reduce the overhead cost, and there are a lot of costs which are related. So here whatever we see that researchers Berlin and Brisson in 1998 shows that the cost stage product costs are relatively low. Really, only the overhead of the people working on the research. The decision made during the early stage committed to the cost that will be much harder to change once the product is being sold. So if you see that sometimes there's a lot of issues are there in the product, so that is difficult to take it back and modify it. So we should give more importance to the product design itself. So in the next slide, what we see the basic concept. Basic concept is any product designer should know that the material life cycle, that is product life cycle, when we make a product, we are basically taking the material from the ore, then we are making the material after some processes, extraction of raw materials, then we are putting it to the company, give it to the company, they are designing and processing, then packaging, then usage, then after usage, then recovery, recycling, reuse and disposal. So one of the important thing is sustainability that we will learn in this course later, and sustainability is extremely important because whatever we do today, it is going to affect not only us but our next generation also. The materials which we are using, we will learn again after some time that these are recyclable but cannot be generated. Energy can be, there are two kinds of energy, renewable and non-renewable. However, the material which are there with us, that should not go to the landfill. So we should try hard to either recover, recycle and reuse. Another concept which is there in the product life cycle curve. Product life cycle curve is the curve which you see for any product. Generally, the introduction, in terms of times, the sales will be very less. Slowly the growth will be there, and then the maturity, and then decline. So it is there for almost most of the product which we see. So take for example, many of you have seen the cassette player. So once upon a time, cassette player, when it started as a Walkman by Sony long back, the Walkman came. The cassette player was much before that. The Walkman is where you can use the cassette player and move along with you. So this cassette player and Walkman, that is initially it was in a growth stage, maturity stage, then lot of people used to buy it, lot of people used to use it. It was very famous. So Sony has made a lot of money by selling it, but slowly now you see that it is not there at all in the market. What we have here later on, it has been replaced with a small device which is made by Apple, which is having hard drive, and that is have a memory of hard drive memory, and that is going to have a provision to save the music files. But later on again that also has declined, right? We don't carry again a movable hard drive in our pocket. So then it has come with electronics. A circuit is there, and that is having a transistor and also some kind of electronic data saving system chip, and that is having 256 memory and 512 memory, and slowly it will become 1 GB, 5 GB, and that can save the memory of the music, and that is provision to play it with you. And now that is also having slowly declined. Now we don't use that much. We have our mobile phone. In the mobile phone, we are using the memory itself, the memory chip or the inbuilt memory to save the music. So if you see that from user perspective, what they want that whenever as a user, whenever I want to play particular music, it should be available to me. But the mode or the way in which we give to the user, that has changed over time, right? So this is important to understand that any product is going to go, even the mobile which we are using, that also going to one day it will going to have some other some decline, something else is going to come. Now foldable mobile has come. Who knows? After some time, some other things is going to come. So we're going to have some innovation continuously, and that is a product life cycle curve. Okay, so now we will go to the next slide. Now we're talking about product design steps. Product design steps is depending upon the kind of company which they are designing product. There are so many. When talking about product design in company, there are various companies which are designing products, right? Starting from camera to shape. So, and then even very small electronic components to pen. There are so many different kinds of companies. So we cannot expect that all the companies will have the same steps in product design. So there are various different steps are there, and different companies follow different kinds of product design steps. However, there is a lot of commonality among them. So in general, you have conceptual design, detailed design. Okay. So now let us go to the little bit of some examples. If you see that in one of the steps is like identify the problem, identify and criteria, they brainstorm a possible solution, they generate ideas, explore possibilities, select the approach, build a model, and refine the design. This is one cycle. In another cycle, we have conceptual design, make the model, the preliminary design, the detailed design, prototyping, and then mature design is the production development cycle. So another thing we should understand in this that design everything about a product. Means sometime back I was telling that when you're talking about product life cycle, which we are designing in the product itself, designing is one part. Apart from the manufacturing, distribution, customer, and end of life. If you see even in the design phase itself, we are discussing that the decision has a lot of decision has to be taken especially for bigger products where more number of components, more number of complexities are involved. That is business process collaboration, manufacturing process collaboration, supply chain. We have to decide quality testing, how the quality of the product will be tested. Each and every component need to be tested. Then whether can you use a statistical approach for this one? Warehousing, where are you going to keep the product? Deliver to the customer, how are you going to deliver to the customer? Service, how are you going to do service, especially for cars and automobiles? Service is very important. Then customer comments, how are you going to take the comments and take it back to the design phase so that improvement can be made from the comment of the customers. Then product improvement, when we have the improvement, it is going to come to the next phase. So how much time it will require for it. Then product concept engineering, then product design engineering. This is what one of the focus of this course also. So in the product design, we are talking about all the things together, and collaboration is important. So we are deciding not only the shape and size of the product, but also the supply chain, business service, all the things is going to come in the product design itself. So even though many companies follow different steps in the product design, however, the generic steps which are being followed is this pre-design. Pre-designing, first of all, if you take for the smaller company, they talking about product planning, the identification of the product, need concentration. Especially what is the need of a product, what is the need of a customer. So based on that, we will make a product. Then identifying the customer means we are going to identify what is the need of the customer in a very detailed way, what exactly their issues are, how exactly we can help them to solve it. And then then product design specification, technical requirement specification, product design specification, that is going to be developed also. Once we have this, so then we are going to go for conceptual design. Conceptual design, basically the initial design. In conceptual design, we are going to analyze the need. What is the need of the product? Concept generation. What is the generate solutions, which is basically a lot of solutions we're going to generate and find out the best possible solution. Concept evaluation, evaluate it, all the solutions, and find out one or two of them which are best among them. Then prototype development, we will make the prototypes, especially in labs or in computer simulation or in virtual reality, or we can make it in scale version also in the lab or in the workshop, or sometimes we can give it to the other companies also to make some prototypes. Then concept refinement, we will once we have the prototype, we'll see, we'll do some analysis also and find out, refine it possibly, and improve the design. And then final design selection, this is among all these few of the designs which we have selected. Among this, we are going to take one, finalize it, and take it to the next step. So in general, the pre-design is being done by marketing group, but we should understand the marketing group, they have a very different way of seeing the customers. Their way is different from what is done by the designers. So there is nothing wrong. They are doing their job. They have done and understood the customer in depth, but their way is different. They are understanding what is the customer need, what kind of things are required. However, specific need of the customer need to be re-understood. It should be understood again, and that has to be done by the designers. The designers should go to the customer, ask them. And here design thinking is important. Emphasizing the customer, trying to understand their pain points, trying to understand what exactly they need. Okay, so many times they may not be able to understand. So we have to use some kind of techniques to use it and find out what is the customer need. Then the industrial designer generally does the, especially the looks of it, aesthetics, ergonomics, and make it much more attracted to the customers. And then slowly the engineer's job is going to come. They are going to take the functionality of it and manufacturing of it. So what we see here itself, there are so many groups of people are involved. So as a design manager, it is important that we make a way that the data and the decisions are synchronized with respect to different groups. Each people understand their own requirements, what exactly they need, and synchronize their work with respect to one group with the other group. When we finish the conceptual design, then we have the detailed design. In detailed design, we do product detailing, engineering design. So from CAD/CAM CAE, so computer design we do model making in CAD, SolidWorks, and say SolidWorks, then we can use NX also, then various other software. And then we do CAM, computer manufacturing, computer engineering, analysis. There's how many software packages there for analysis. Then we do product simulation, virtual product simulation or physical product simulation. Then we make models again. Then here, many other things are also done, especially on the product is design for X. Design for X is where design for manufacturability, design for reuse, design for remanufacturing, all this are coming. Sustainable design, how to make products more sustainable. Product costing, what is the cost of the product, how we can reduce the cost, and because the cost and quality is something which is both are reduction of the cost and improvement of quality is required. But then there is some understanding is required how we can balance among them. Product modeling, then design standard, what are the design standards which are required, then product design packaging, then product costing, engineering drawing. So we have to generate the engineering drawing, give it to the manufacturing section, making the prototypes, design alteration, then final design we are doing, and then production drawing we are doing. Production drawing is the final production drawing which is going to for production. So there, then continuous production or in batch production, whatever it is, depending upon that it is taking place. Then post design is after that post design is where product manufacturing, product packaging, advertisement, sales, supply chain, these are coming. So this is done predominantly by mechanical designers and marketing department. They're going to help sales managers, all these people are going to help. Once it is done, we are going to save it, we are going to give it to the customer, transportation, and customers are going to go buy it, and then they are going to use it for a certain period of time. After their usage, they are going to either repair it or so then again the main concern is that all this material should not be waste. So you should design a product which can be reused or recycled. However, some companies are not able to do, or they are not interested, so there are some rules are there in government also. These government rules are some recycling is being done by the government, okay, government organization. However, there are some rules and there are some standards are there which need to be followed. So material recycling, material usage, material discarding, landfill, that need to be reduced, and that is another thing which is also important. So now why design is important? Design is important because of various reasons. One is that great design sells. Great design sells more, which means that if you see Apple, okay, Apple computers, Apple mobile phones, people are really crazy and they are really interested to buy Apple. Why? Because it is a great design. It is having, it is satisfying the people in various ways. The brand is good. People are going to buy Apple because they wanted to show that, okay, the Apple product they're using. Some people are like that. And there's nothing wrong with that. There are some people who are brand conscious. The Apple product itself is good. It's long lasting. It is really good in terms of the quality of the service which they give. It is having their own software which is very robust also. And people has used Apple. They are telling us that once you get used to Apple, they are really interested to continue using. The great design is innovative. That's what I was talking about. Any product which you see in the market, the new product, if you see Tata Nexon or any car which is there, they are great design. They are very innovative. Okay. If you see Mercedes-Benz, if you see, so these are the cars which you like to buy. They are very innovative in that sense. When a product is there, and if you are feeling something innovative, people are going to buy it automatically. Great design is honest. So if something is there, if product is there, there is no cheating, there is no defect. Then, which means that when you are buying a good product from a good company, well-known company, we are sure that this product is going to perform, and is going to perform exactly the way it is supposed to perform. So that's one of the designer's responsibility and the company's responsibility, that quality consciousness design is important. So great design is honest also. Great design is emotional. So there are some product which you see that people like their car so much, right? They like that. Some other people used to previously. I have met some people who like their personal pen so much that they always try to use the same pen always. Nowadays, often I change my pen. This is my pen, and if this is a pen like Pilot High Tech .05. So in case this is lost, I use a similar pen. Another pen similar companies having, but there are some people who like their own pen. So they get emotionally attached to the products which they have, and this happens for many of us. So great designs as a little design are possible, which means that if you see some of the product which is their market, it is very simple looking. So if you see this mouse, any product which you see, that same simple products are always very good. Yeah, they have a little design, very simple, but they are doing the job very nicely. It communicates the cost, and target audience is willing to spend the money. Great design is also concerned with the environment. So as I was telling, the sustainability is important, eco-friendly design is important, and they use as little raw materials as possible. So this is one of the requirement. Now previously it was like good to have, but now not like that. All designers should have it is required by the government, by most of the government, that all over the various governments, that designs has to be eco-friendly. Okay, so we will learn more on this separately. So it is important that we make products which are sustainable. Great design as a music helps people to get a smile on their faces. So if you see that whenever you buy a new product, right, we buy a new dress, we feel happy, right? So when you feel happy, this is not just about spending money and buying a product, right? So if you buy a product and then you use it, you feel happy. That is makes ourselves these products are made to make us not only just satisfy our need but also to make ourselves happy. That is important as a designers. And great design is neither style nor fashion. When we have a good product in our hand, it is not just about fashion. Okay, so take for example, when we use our mobile phone, or especially when we use our bag. So we just not just our fashion. It is solving our problem, and it is distinct from one another. And design is planning and executing the man-made style, and this looks like fashion. It is changing of the style with the test with time also. Great design is consistent to the last detail throughout the accuracy of the part of the great design, and so they are saying, so the detailing is important in the product. So when the product design is another important part of it, and that is product engineering. We see a product that quality is important, and to get the quality, the detailing is also important. It is a long time investment. Many times we buy expensive product, okay, from buildings or something, and it is an investment which people doing it, and it is important that we satisfy the need of the people, and that is the reason design has to be innovative, and it has to be sustainable, and not only the profit is company is going to make, but is also going to help people to meet their need by making the investment for a long time, and meet the need for the long time. So traditionally, if you see, the product design was traditionally conceptual design, concept selection, concept detailing, prototyping, production drawings, and manufacturing. This was basically the traditional design process for many years. However, right now it is not that. Product design right now it is become a bigger activity. So it is starting with the customer need, product specification, and then the traditional like concept detailing, concept selection, then marketing, product usage, and after usage. All these things are coming under the purview of product design. Thank you.